What is up, y'all? This is George I. Courtright. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
And this is a Mad Week with George I. Courtright. I've been doing my last Yay shows by myself, but like I told you, new year, new shit. We coming back, and I have a guest, and this was my first guest last season. Who might you be, my brother?
Hey, big cuz sitting on the side. Anthony Courtright's holding it down.
Courtright's holding it down once again. Like I said, new shit, new year, all kinds of new stuff. Even the curtain. Look my new curtain. Change the color.
Fancy pants.
Bring some bright ambiance to it. You know, bring some light, some color. You know, black on black. All right, that's some crime scenes. But it's a little bit brighter now. So we like I said, we changing it up a little bit. New things. Once again, like I said, new things. I got a mad dub for y'all. I'm not gonna be posting it on the show due to license infringement and all that shit, but it will be posted after the show. So stay tuned and make sure you go and watch that Mad Dub. How'd you like the Mad Dub?
Oh, it was bomb. Hey, make sure you get in there and check it out.
So go check it out. Check it out. Like I usually do, we talk about what has been going on in life for the past weekend or so. What's been going on with you lately?
Man, hey, it's the new year, new things on and popping.
It is.
I mean,
New Year.
New Year's Eve.
The 4th. Yeah, all right, the 4th. Fourth. All right.
So, New Year's Eve, we were out. We were watching the Suns play the 76ers.
Suns and 76ers. Sixers, I thought were like on top of the fucking East. I thought they were on top of the East. They right outside the playoffs. I checked the standings recently.
Yeah, they doing their thing this year. Last year, you know, they were.
Oh, they were absolutely horrible. Probably the worst team in the league.
Yes, but Ben Simmons being healthy.
Yes.
Embiid getting it in.
Yes.
Oh man, just dominated over the Suns. Devin Booker is doing his thing though.
Oh, is he back?
He's trying to get
Wasn't
to
he-
the All-Star game.
Wasn't he hurt? He was hurt for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was hurt for a little bit. I think it was his ankle.
All right, but he
So
back
he was
now.
down. Yeah, but he's back. Still doing his thing. Aside from that, you know, we've been chilling out. We've had some friends in from Ireland visiting. So
From Ireland.
Ireland.
Ireland. Damn.
Yep.
All right.
So they've been enjoying the Phoenix experience
How long are they in town for?
till Friday. But they've been here for like 3 weeks.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh
they've been
shit.
here for a minute, getting it in Phoenix.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit's probably cold up in Ireland. We're gonna be talking about the cold in a minute.
That's it. How about you?
Oh,
How was
shit.
New Year's for you?
Oh, New Year's, new shit. You know how I usually do. I see there's a little bit of choppiness. Stay tuned, stay calm. We gonna get through this. But went to Las Vegas. Tend to hit up Vegas a lot.
Traveling. So that's what you're gonna do all year, huh? Travel.
I'm gonna
That's what
travel.
happens,
Gonna
right?
see the sights.
Whatever
Gonna
you're doing
enjoy
on New
life.
Year's, what you gonna do for the rest of the year?
Well. Yeah, I did travel a lot last year,
You
too.
did. Hey, we
travel
did
a
some of
lot.
that together.
That's true. That's true. That is absolutely true. So went and did the party up there at one of the hotels and shit. Had a good time. I made my video, which you guys should go fucking check out. So had a good time. Kicked it with some friends and just had a fucking great time, man. Like I usually do. Watched some football. A little bit of football.
Of course you did. Of course you did. The
Oh
fantasy.
man. Oh yeah. Just a reminder, just so y'all can remember, I am the champ. I still am the champ. Gotta represent the champ, the championship.
Some of
So
us didn't do so well.
yeah. But watch my Cardinals take out the fucking Seahawks. That was cool. Cool.
Oh man.
Yes.
Carson Palmer announced his retirement. How do you
Yes.
feel about that?
Honestly, it was due.
Sure.
It was due.
I mean, I thought it was gonna happen last year.
You know what? Let's roll right into one of the stories. That was one of the stories. Not only that Carson Palmer said he retired, Bruce Arians, our head coach, said he's retiring as well.
Yep.
So it's just gonna be a new turnover, a new regime for the Arizona Cardinals. Honestly, I'm expecting Larry Fitzgerald to say he's retired as well. He already said that he didn't want to be there for a new young quarterback and just for new beginnings and all that shit. He didn't want to do that.
That'd
So,
be, Rosen from UCLA coming in or something like that.
I was thinking that that Louisville dude.
Oh.
Yeah, because they're going to be down probably around 9, 10, 11, 12 or something for a pick unless they move up, and they don't usually move up like that.
Yeah, and Rosen's probably going to be a top pick.
Yeah, one or two. They're saying either the Giants or the Browns or somebody like that.
They already got a young quarterback, man.
Oh, they don't want to stick with his ass. They don't want to stick with his ass. So I don't know what the fuck they are gonna be doing, but it's still my team. Still gotta fucking represent. Still gotta watch and just support, man. The Cardinals. Hopefully we do something. Hopefully we shock the world.
Yeah, come back next year, make it to the playoffs. At least.
Playoffs?
At least.
Playoffs?
At least.
Along with the football news, I said Bruce Arians retiring, but there's also a lot more coaches that got fired, and there's going to be a lot of coaching positions up for grabs in the NFL, including the Bears, who fired their head coach, John Fox. Lions fired their head coach, Jim Caldwell. Colts fired their coach, Chuck Pagano. New York Giants fired their coach a couple weeks ago. Whatever McAdoo, whatever the fuck his name was, Bill, something like that, McAdoo.
Yeah.
And Oakland, which was surprised, they got rid of Del Rio.
Whoo, Jack Del Rio on the chopping block, huh?
Not on the chopping block. He got chopped. He got chopped. And he had a great season the year before. His quarterback got hurt. Otherwise, they probably would have got further in the playoffs. And then they didn't do so well this year. Dude, your quarterback just came back from being injured. So, I don't know. I didn't understand
that.
that
Are gone. You think they're just going to mix and match or mingle, or are they going to go to college or high school like Brett Favre?
I'm thinking that they're going to try. It's going to be a new era in NFL since that dude for the Rams is just a young guy, a real young guy. They probably started getting these young guys because what's his face, the Pittsburgh dude, was young when he started out, and these young cats are coming in and taking over the league and just doing very well. So we shall see.
I don't think teams are giving coaches chances either. Hey, they're not making it to the playoffs. Like look at the Broncos, for example. That's my love right there. And they just got rid of their whole offensive line coaches. All their assistant coaches gone.
But the head coach still there?
He stayed only because of the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
He almost lost his job too.
Dude, I want to see Eli Manning go to Denver and see what they can. Dude, Eli just hasn't had a fucking.
He's a good quarterback, and if he has a great line,
just like what Peyton did.
I can see that. I can see that. That'd
be fucking hilarious. All right. So, along with 'tis the season, football season, and it's winter, that's my next story. It's this record-breaking cold that is sweeping this fucking country. That when I say record-breaking, it's record-breaking.
We record-breaking heat on this side, but we'll talk about the cold first.
Dude, Flint, Michigan, twice in 2 days broke their record on December 27th and 28th, -14, and then -18. 30 record lows set across the country on the 28th. One of the main ones was Watertown, New York, -32.
That's where that military base is.
Oh, there's a military base?
We're at Watertown, yeah.
Oh, okay. International Falls, Minnesota, -36. Savannah, Georgia, first snowfall in 7 years. So Georgia.
Yeah, they had like 3 feet of snow.
Fucking crazy, man. Abilene, Texas had 36 car accidents due to snow and sleet. 36 car accidents. People like, oh shit, I can't do it, man.
This is Texas. This is not what we
need. I'm going to Mexico.
It probably snowed there too.
Oh, it snowed fucking everywhere. Well, it snowed and got cold as a motherfucker. At least one place in every state reached below freezing on January 2nd. At least one place in every state, even Hawaii.
Yeah. Only
And
because of the Big Island. And they always get snow.
yeah, they say it usually happens 2 or 3 times a year though.
Yeah.
3,000 flights have been canceled across the United
I
States
wouldn't
because
know
of
that.
this shit. And the most significant thing I got from this news article was Embrace, Minnesota got to negative 45 on December 31st.
Negative 45. That's
That,
just.
no, that's what that is. That's not what, honey. What did it say on the TV? Negative 45. Pack your bags. Shit.
Do
I,
thermometers even work at that temperature?
I don't.
Like,
I don't even know. No, you don't see
like
it go that
our
low
shit
though.
don't go above 120, but we get above 120.
Oh yes, exactly,
So
exactly.
what happened? Just I quit,
That
packed his bags and left.
man, I was in Iowa and South Dakota, and I didn't even get that low. But that's pretty much what I said. I'm done with this shit. Gotta go. And now I'm in Arizona.
Yeah. And we reached record highs this year.
That's all right. That's
Yeah,
all
at
right.
this time of year.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm all right
I
with
mean, we
that.
in look at that. T-shirts. I had on shorts, but I came out here.
But it does get a little chilly in the morning. It might get down to 40 or something.
40 or 50 degrees.
40 or 50 degrees. Kind of
Wow.
chilly, man. Kind of chilly.
I got to put on my windbreaker.
a windbreaker. might have to get my members only jacket out.
Get
I don't
my
know.
beanie and put it above my ears.
I might wear a tank top and a starter jacket.
Man, can you imagine all those states that had snow days that never had them before?
Oh, dude, they don't know how to react. The city really doesn't know how to fucking react. They don't have the trucks to plow the roads, salt and rock and all that sand and all that shit. They don't know what the fuck to do, and that's why Abilene, Texas, motherfuckers, and fucking
Insurance companies like, quit playing.
Oh,
Quit
shit.
playing. What happened?
Stop it. Stop that shit. Craziness. A mad week. Not just people, but once again, Mother Earth. I talked about you, Mother Earth, earlier when it came to some fires and shit. Now you still at it again, girl. You're still at it again. That's what you're doing. All right, whatever. All right, next story. Oh shit. It's New Year's Eve. New Year's holiday and all that shit. One thing that was nice, and I did my research and watched it. Dave Chappelle came out with his other
I
two.
watched them.
You watched them?
I did.
You watched
Yeah.
them? All right, now I can't remember when it was. It might have been September or whatever. You motherfuckers that are regular watchers know when it was. I went to the Chappelle concert and I was like, oh, maybe I'm just over comedy or whatever. But I watched these specials on the way to work, and I think some of the jokes were the same as what I went to the concert with, but for some reason it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
It was absolutely hilarious. The first two that came out on Netflix, well, there was the first one that came out. That was pretty good. See my face? Pretty good. The second one was This one, nice.
Yes.
This one was nice.
He was high as shit.
What? You thought it was high? On both of them?
Yeah. Asked her. I was like, is this what it looks like when they high? She's like, oh yes.
Oh, he's an avid weed smoker.
Oh yeah. You ever
but-
seen Half Baked? He's probably real.
Probably, most likely. Well, he's getting shit. Some backlash for some of the jokes that he did on his show. I'm not gonna tell you the actual jokes, but I'm gonna say, hey, you definitely want to go watch it and find out what is the hubbub. One of the things he was talking about was he hit on the Me Too movement and Louis C.K., and that's one of the main things that he's been getting shit about. He even called some of the victims, and I'm going to say victims, he said that some of the victims were having buyer's remorse, being that they knew what the fuck they were getting into when they were with some of these executives, some of these music moguls, and all that stuff. They knew what they were doing, but afterwards they either didn't get what they thought they were gonna get, or just thought, hey, maybe I shouldn't do that, or they felt bad about doing it, and then they have a problem with it. But at the time they didn't have a problem with it, and I think that's true on a lot of cases. I ain't even gonna say most. I ain't gonna say. I'm just gonna say a lot of these cases is gonna be like that. But there are some victims out there. I understand that. I feel bad for them. But one of the things that's pissing me off, comedians can't say shit these days.
I don't believe that.
What he's getting backlash, and he's probably gonna have to apologize.
He has always got backlash, which is why he disappeared the first time, and he came back, and he's getting backlash again. I mean, you watched it.
Yeah.
He was racial again. He had talked about how bad things were, and he was like, "Hey, it's almost time to make America wait again."
Yeah, he did say that. He did say that.
Yeah. Comedians are always gonna get it because what's funny? Love, sex, drugs.
Yeah, the bad shit. Yeah, the bad shit is what's funny.
Always funny.
It's just the country right now is just so sensitive when they're talking about in most topics. You can't say the shit that's gonna be funny, pushing the button and all that stuff. It's making comedians scared to fucking go for it because they're gonna have to apologize. They're gonna not get sponsors for something or other, and they're gonna be seen as misogynistic pedophiles or whatever if they even joke around with different shit. They'll just be called every name in the book.
The top comedians all talk about it. All talk about it.
Not Jerry. Not Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh.
He talked about it a little bit. He kind of skate around.
Yeah. All the main good ones that I'm interested in, we'll talk about it.
Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle.
Well, Kevin Hart doesn't hit it as hard.
He kind of relates to the people because he talks about his kids and family.
Yeah, he does a lot of that. A lot of family-friendly type comedy with cuss words and vulgarity. So he doesn't go as hard on some of these topics as other
like
people.
Dave Chappelle, make you think.
Oh, yeah.
He'll put you on the thinking block like, just fuck my mind right now?
Oh, shit. But definitely, if you have not seen the Dave Chappelle specials on Netflix, definitely
get out there and watch it.
Go do it. 2 thumbs. That's 4 thumbs. That's 4 thumbs up from the court rights.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of Netflix, I told you a story and gave a review of this movie, Bright, with Will Smith. Did you watch that?
I did. Yeah, since we're talking about the topics.
All right. Tell me what you think about the movie.
I thought it was a great moral story in a different light. Like, hey, we're going to talk about races, but, we're going to bring the elves, we're going to bring the orcs, we're going to talk about all of that in a different way. We're not going to talk about black, white, Mexican, which was all in the movie.
Right.
But, hey, let's do it in a different way. Try and open up people's eyes. Bright.
Exactly. I didn't actually see it that way, but I like that. I actually like that. Now, did you think it was well done? That's one of the things. What you said. I loved the message. I loved what they were talking about. I love how they did it. Did you actually like the movie and the execution?
Yep. It was a good storyline.
Okay.
The orc. I don't know if you know that the orc was a dude from Warrior.
Warrior.
Remember that movie Warrior? The MMA, the two brothers that were fighting each other?
No, I've never seen that.
Oh, you got to get on that.
Never seen that.
Yeah, but, hey, he was a great actor. Just acting like, hey,
he's the newbie, kind of like the training day guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, hey, I want you to teach me. I want you to, I want to be the man like you.
Right, right.
He's wanted to be a cop since he was a kid. All of that. And then Will Smith comes in and is like, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna show you my way. I'm not a great guy, but I love being a cop.
Cool.
So Will Smith did his shit.
Oh, that's
Again.
that's one of the things I said. Will Smith always puts his swag in things and makes things good. When I did the review, I gave it a B plus. For those of you who have not seen the review, go check that out. It's on my YouTube page, Magic Entertainment. Well, that movie Bright will get a sequel, even though the critics said it wasn't shit. I love the fucking it got like 22% or some shit like that. Critics hated the movie. The original budget for this movie was supposedly $90 million budget to make the movie. But although critics said it wasn't shit, they said it was allegedly got 11 million streams in the first 3 days. In the first 3 days. So they are making a sequel for that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, social media. Hey, the people will override.
And the people have spoken.
Yeah.
Once again, some people might have champs. There's people champs, and then there's fantasy football
Gotta
champs.
remind them.
I just
Throw
got
some fire on that shit.
you gonna see it for a while. I'm still happy. Still braggadocious right now. All right.
Man.
Next story I got for you, man. Have you heard of Logan Paul? Logan Paul is this YouTube star. He had to go out and apologize for something that he did, and then he eventually said, you know what, I'm going to take some time off from posting. Social media, YouTube has been creating stars out of nowhere and shit, and this kid became a fucking star. He has like 6 million... Oh, no, he has 15 million subscribers on his fucking page, and he's doing different type of shit. I went on and tried fucking hating them. You know, I know all these people that just stupid ass shit. You know, some people might hate me because I got a fucking show, and I ain't nobody, but I got a fucking show. You might hate me. So I went on there trying to hate this motherfucker, but guess what? I went on his page, clicked on the first video I clicked on was like a music video. It was kind of fucking dope. Logan Paul, No Handles was the name of the. So check that out. See what I'm talking about.
Is that a thing that he does? He's a singer, or
I don't know what the fuck he does. He goes around doing different things, and it's similar. I understand why people would like him because he does similar shit like people on the Travel Channel, people on different shit. He's a person that people know now, and he's going to do different things.
Just that internet popularity, like Paris Hilton or Kim Kardashian.
Yep, and he's doing different things. And one of the things that he did do, and that's why he's making my story, and this is why he had to apologize and then eventually leave. He went to a Japanese forest, and he filmed himself near a dead body that was hanging from a tree. Now, this video, before it got taken down, got 6 million views. But this guy went to a forest that had the reputation for being a popular site for suicide. So he went there pretty much, he won't say it like this, but pretty much looking to see somebody who had committed suicide. And not too far from the parking lot, it said, he had filmed this guy that was hanging from a tree. They blurred out his face, but they saw his body and all that stuff. And then, he told people to go call the cops and all that stuff. But then he stuck around and started making jokes and different stuff about just different things.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well, either way, you go to find a dead body just so you can get attention on YouTube. That's going a little far. That's going a little far. But the thing that he's trying to say is what he was trying to do is raise awareness for suicide prevention. That's his out. But people ain't buying that shit. It's like, that's too far, buddy. You know you went too goddamn far. That's too much.
Especially if he was making jokes and stuff
Yeah.
like that past it. Like,
Yeah.
come on now.
After he told people to call the cops, it didn't like just stop and then do a cutaway
Yeah.
and it's like, boys and girls, suicide is a serious thing, and going on like that. No, he's like, I didn't go watch the video because once again they took it off, and I'm sure I could have found it on the internet, but I wasn't gonna go searching for a video with a dead body in it, a real live dead body. I didn't want to see the shit.
I think some people would go out there. Well, I mean, apparently a ton of people.
6
went out
million.
there have
6
done it
million.
already. Like, that's crazy. So it's almost like, hey, these people like scary movies. These people don't. So all these people are gonna go and search for that video, while these people don't.
Yeah, and it's, one of the news reporters that I listened to talk about this was like, hey, it's people, individuals, even like news channels, CNN, and all that stuff are looking for that shock value or whatever to get that clickbait shit.
Yep.
And then it's crazy because I just said how we are, well, the country is so sensitive, but yet they're so not insensitive, but just our hearts are calloused over shit like this. We've seen it so much that it's just a regular thing now. All these police shootings and shit is like, it's another day in fucking life, but yet on other shit we can be so sensitive. It's fucking crazy.
This is how I see it. Before video, camera phones, I mean, my wife had this thing where she saw a cat that jumped with another cat simultaneously. And I was like, how does somebody get a video of something like that? Like, how were they just sitting there watching this? But because now the country can see everything that everybody does, everybody now has an opinion on what's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So now, hey, everybody has a voice where they can be insensitive. Now they can post their opinion on Facebook, and 50,000 people will be like, "You're right," or,
exactly.
"You're
Yeah.
a dick."
Or why are you doing this? And then go watch his next video.
Yeah, watch the next video.
Yeah,
and
let's see what else this jerk has to say.
Yeah, and that's just like you said. They become insensitive to it because they roll on to the next thing, just like that. Hey, somebody died. Sorry for your loss. Let's move on.
Like, sensitive about this, but just don't give a fuck about something else. Like, so tragic and shit like that. It's fucking crazy. It's a new world out there. A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. Shit is going crazy right now, man. All right.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's.
He went there.
Hey, my fans, the 7 of you that are out there, you know me. You know what I do. But anyways.
Hey, it was 6. We on the come up now.
Well, we
baby.
coming up,
We on the
baby!
come up.
Happy New Year! The next story I got for you is, do you use a streaming service at all? Like Pandora, what's Jay-Z shit, whatever that is. I can't even remember.
Spotify.
Spotify is who I'm talking about.
Uh-oh.
Spotify being sued for $1.6 billion for not properly licensing their music, unpaid royalties, and copyright infringement. So about 20% of over 30 million of their songs don't have the proper licensing and all that stuff.
You know that's why Taylor Swift left Spotify.
Oh, because they wasn't paying her right? Obviously, that's fucking right. They're getting...
Taylor Swift, smart as hell.
Yeah, they now, well, not now, but when this shit started getting popular, they found a way to create those numbers, to gather those numbers and put it to say if somebody went platinum or all that stuff. So they got the information, so they can do the number, they can do the research on how many times somebody's song is being played, but yet they ain't getting paid off that shit. I think it was like $10 per person is paying per month to use this service. A $14.99 rate for a family. If you say, hey, family of 5 or whatever, all gonna use the same account or whatever, $14.99, $9.99 or $14.99. But they getting fucking paid, but yet they ain't paying the fucking people they need to.
You said
$6 billion.
Buy a basketball team.
Oh, dude. What I think. Yeah. Carolina Panthers. They're gonna be selling for $2 billion.
Yeah, you know who's in the front runner for that, right?
Diddy.
Diddy and
Who?
what? You haven't heard that?
No. Who?
Colin Kaepernick.
He ain't got that much money.
Dude.
Man, Colin ain't got no billion,
I'm
no
telling you.
billions.
Diddy and Kaepernick going in together.
Man, Kaepernick. Where Kaepernick? Oh shit! I forgot to put the pictures up. I was supposed to have some pictures.
We just got into talking.
Yeah, we've been talking, so my bad. I may or may not put the pictures in post. But anyways, Kaepernick ain't got that goddamn money.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Kaepernick ain't got no
Yup.
billions.
Hey, he's standing for a purpose. People just, hey, he's pulling that Paris Hilton, Kim Kardashian. People just paying him money.
That could be possible. Dude,
Paying him
and
money. Hey, come to my school. I'll pay you this.
You know, dude, I'd be very interested in that.
Although he took a knee, he took a stand.
Yeah, he took a stand. Fuck, he can go, what's that shit? Where people just donate online or whatever.
Just to the charities?
GoFundMe. He created GoFundMe, get the regular people out there, get all, like pretty much black Hollywood and all that stuff. Everybody who supported him and whatnot, dump $1 million. They can write it the fuck off.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see, because, like Dan Gilbert and the Cavs, Usher is a part owner.
Oh, yeah. Usher is a part owner of the Cavs. Jay-Z. Is he still a part? No, he had to give up that Nets when he became like a manager or some shit.
Yep.
All right, so. Interesting.
It'd definitely be interesting to see. Yeah,
Interesting. But you know who has the last say. Even if somebody comes up with that money, the NFL can say yes or no. So it's going to be a big hoopla if they say, you know what? No. Why not? No.
Yep. And then they'll send the world on a spiral again. Like,
Yeah.
why can't he do
Why
this?
can't he do it?
Is it because he's black? Is it because he's standing up for his rights?
Is there any major parts of a team that is a minority? I know Magic Johnson has ownership. Like I said, Jay-Z used to. Usher has a little bit, but it's all less than 20% or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any? We ain't even gonna go hockey or baseball. Ain't no reason we ain't gonna talk about
Professional
that.
sports.
Yeah. So basketball, which probably be cheaper than owning a NFL team. Depending
on the team.
Probably get the Browns for a nickel bag of weed or something.
Hold on. Let's go in the back. We can talk about
Let's
this.
go in the back. You like this Rolex, right?
I suck, yo.
Come on, man. But that's what the Browns are. That's what the Browns are right now. 1 in 35. 1 in 35 is their record in the past 2 years.
They've lost every single game this year.
Every single game. I don't even understand.
Like, y'all can't break a record. I mean, we only played 16 games.
Exactly. Shit. Let's see. But anyways, yeah, that was Spotify. Spotify was created in 2006, just for people to know. And to stay on the music scene, you know what? Let's throw a picture in there. Bang. Mary J. Blige and Kendu Isaacs, of course, they're in the process of getting a divorce. Actually, I've been trying to see, are they just still in the process or are they divorced? Well, there's still problems being had with Kendu's punk ass. Kendu, the one that cheated on Mary J. Blige to begin with, right now, right now, if they're not divorced or they're just separated or whatever, but right now he's getting $30,000 a month in spousal support. He's getting 30,000 right now. Well,
I'm surprised you ain't getting more.
well, right now, recently he just filed to the judge saying, "Hey, this divorce has put me into emotional distress. I had to go to the hospital and it's fucking me up. I think, oh, and I can't get a job because of what Mary says about me and the state that I'm in. I'm having troubles getting jobs, so I can't pay my rent. I need 35,000 more dollars a month." So he's wanting $65,000 a month in spousal support. Two things for me. Alright, women have been doing this umpteen years on end, getting half of people's motherfuckers' monies when they ain't stepped a foot on the court, field, in the movie, whatever. So seeing a dude do this, some people might say, oh, that's a bitch move, but hey, equal rights. On the other hand, I don't think anybody should be getting people's money like that. It's a bitch move, either if you're a dude doing it or a woman doing it. This is fucked up. 65,000 a month. Does he deserve it?
I can't say. I'm not in their house.
I ain't in their house either.
I mean, I don't know what he does. I mean,
he ain't doing shit right now. Seems like.
So he is keeping him in a particular lifestyle.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Hey,
why do you need?
It
why
happens, right?
But why do you?
Equality.
Yes, like I say, equality. But I don't understand why, if we ain't together, you need to be in that lifestyle still.
Yeah, if no kids are involved, hey, you ain't getting nothing.
Yeah, what?
You need to go and better yourself. If you got some kind of talent, go use it.
Exactly. I need to stay in this lifestyle. Well, you need to figure out how to get that money then, huh? That's what you need to do. What you need to stop doing is bitching. That's what you need to stop doing.
Gets to work.
Gets
to work.
Dude, one thing I saw, that fucking, I don't even know why it's so funny to me. In Vegas, I seen several people with hats that said, "Work, bitch." That's what Mary J. Blige needs to put a video out. I direct your next video that has to do with Kendu, and I'm gonna put you in a hat that say, "Work, bitch."
Yeah. Taylor Swift can do it. Mary J. Blige can do it.
She had a work bitch hat on?
No, she was just, she writes songs on all of her ex.
Oh, yes. I think that's one of the reasons he's saying that he went to the hospital is because Mary J. Blige had...
Put him on blast?
Yeah. when he is the one that cheated on her. And now he did. Oh, I need this lifestyle. Motherfucker, you shouldn't have your dick in somebody else's pussy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man.
He just saying. I'm saying
just
it too.
saying.
I'm saying it too. Don't fall in this pussy.
Don't fall. Uh-oh. Let me take this picture off. All right. Next story, or stories, are the new laws that have gone into effect in 2018 across the country by state and all that stuff. I'm going to say something. Tell me what you think about these new laws. Of course, we're going to get the main one out of the way. California, recreational marijuana.
I knew it was coming.
That went into effect 2018. What do you think about legalizing recreational marijuana?
Man, it should be across all 50 states.
It should be across all 50 states. It's going to bring in a bunch of revenue for the state for just...
I don't know why this is such a problem. It probably better than cigarettes.
Oh, from what I hear, it's better than cigarettes, it's better than alcohol, but people, I don't know.
Some people even operate better. Oh,
Yeah. I don't know about all that. I don't think people on weed should be going into work and doing all that shit, just like people drinking shouldn't be doing that. But I think, yeah, recreational marijuana, you may experience performance issues. All right. I think recreational marijuana should be legal in all 50 states as well. Eventually, it might come that way. Right now, California is on board, and it's expected to make a couple billion in the first year.
Yeah, hey, let me find some stocks and I'll get on it.
Don't talk about no stock. I'm on 3 that just plummeted this morning.
I'm on 1, and
I'm
it's
on-
been. So
Man,
watch that Tesla
it just-
stock.
Shut up. Don't talk to me about no Tesla stock. Don't talk to me about no goddamn Tesla stock. You know me. All right, next one. Washington. This was fucking crazy to me. Washington is only the 7th state to require paid sick leave. That just became due to
Wait.
this Washington just became the 7th. Not all states have mandatory sick leave. Paid sick leave, I should say.
See, that's where I have blinders on, because being in the military.
Yeah, I didn't know. I really didn't know.
Wow.
New York, just now in 2018, require employers to provide paid family leave benefits up to 12 weeks. Nevada is just now requiring that employers to offer up to 160 hours of leave if you're a victim of domestic violence. I just found that. Yeah,
That's bomb. That's good.
that makes sense.
But how do you prove that?
I didn't think about all that, but
You're going to show up to work and be like, hey, I need some time off.
well,
160 hours.
probably like bereavement. You have to show your article or whatever, so you have to show your court papers, that this and that, medical records and all that stuff.
That takes time. That's a lot of time.
What?
And
Well,
this
you
is
got
for somebody that's been in the military and has had to go through a lot of that and watch people go through that. Like, hey, I'm going to show up to work one day and be like, I need some time off.
Well, you're gonna
This is
have
developed over time.
160 hours, which is what, 4 weeks
So maybe once a case is solved or something like that, maybe they'll come in and be like,
to get yourself together.
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All
What
right.
we got next?
18 states raise minimum wage.
Again, it should be all states, but we in the right direction.
I'm opposite on this one. Minimum wage to me, I think if you want better, you need to do better for yourself. Some people say, oh, I can't get nothing but minimum wage jobs. If you applied yourself, there's a good possibility that you could.
See, but you're also thinking about older class of people. I'm thinking about, people start jobs at like 16.
Yes.
16
Yes.
to
And
21?
a 16-year-old doesn't need to be making the same amount as, a 30-something-year-old.
So a lot of things would have to shift. So minimum wage goes up. Hey, internship jobs, their pay goes up. Regular people's pay goes up. Have you noticed things have shifted? The government made everybody's
pay go up.
So everything is shifting now to the fore.
But with that shift, that means that more things are going to be costing more.
Yeah.
So
So our economy is trying to balance out.
but it's if you just left it the same, if you left the fucking minimum wage the same, the price of shit ain't gonna fucking. What? Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear that motherfucker. Hit on the last story, bitch ass.
Yeah, but minimum wage, I really agree. It going up. I mean, not dramatically to like, $14 an hour.
$14 an
That
hour.
would be
Fucking crazy.
ridiculous, yeah. But what did it go up to? Do you know?
Well, 18 different states. Not all of them had the same. I think it said the national minimum wage is still at like seven and a quarter, or seven something.
Yeah.
All right. This one was different. Iowa and West Virginia are now requiring that voters need to show an accepted form of ID. I'm like, that makes fucking yeah, that makes sense. Furthermore, I think Texas took away their requirement for that. It was like, why is it a problem for people to show their fucking ID? You need to show your ID to get into a fucking bar. You need to show your ID to get into a casino. You need to show your ID to do other shit. To vote, to make sure you ain't just going from booth to booth to different people who you know ain't gonna vote. That's bullshit.
Texas dudes come showing a gun.
This
I'm
one.
good.
Can I
Well, he had to show 5 forms of identification to get that firearm, so he must be good.
Yeah.
But that is wow.
That's weird for me. Where were we at? Oh, this one is interesting. Illinois. Transgender and intersex people are allowed to change their birth certificate.
No. I don't believe that.
I support, the
for sure.
LGBTQ and whatever letters else there are. IGTQ. There's another one after Q now. Maybe it's the intersex. I don't even know what the intersex is. But anyways, they are allowed to change birth certificate. I don't believe that. It's like, why we need to go there? You're doing that. A line needs to be drawn somewhere. To falsify your birth certificate. It's a birth certificate.
If you were born a man,
yes.
Hey, it's your birth certificate.
Birth certificate. Yes. And it's not just like a name change.
Right.
It's a gender change.
So let me ask you this.
What
if they were changing their driver's license or their ID card? Same smell? Or is it different? Because to me it's different. Hey, I fully agree you should be able to change your driver's license.
All right, because driver's license is what are you now? Yeah. Right now I'm 7'1". I'm 400 pounds.
Right.
I got brown hair. That's what the ID is saying. This is my picture.
Yes.
That's what the ID is saying. The birth certificate is telling what you were at birth.
Yep. So that's how I see it.
And speaking of IDs, California you no longer have to choose a sex on the IDs. It's like other on California IDs.
It's going to be weird to see how the world evolves around all of this.
The whole acceptance thing is like, how far is too far? I can't remember what I just saw, but somebody on the internet had like big bug eyes, start putting like dermals in their back, and is like, I'm a mystical animal or whatever, and this is how I want to be treated.
I'm a cat.
Yeah.
Put fangs and just
there's that dragon dude or lizard dude
got the
or whatever.
horns in his head.
Yeah. It's like
what job do you have?
not Nan. Not Nan. Next, South Carolina. It is illegal to buy or own exotic animals for pets. Bears, lions, and shit like that for regular people.
Agreed.
But the same article said the approximately 25 people who already own them are grandfathered in. They can keep them.
They survived.
Yeah. Oh, they must keep their line well. They ain't bet nobody.
Their ostrich is good to go.
Dude, there's an ostrich down south.
Yeah, ostrich farm? Yeah.
No. There's
like someone keeping an ostrich.
Person keeping, I think it was 2 ostriches back. This was at least 10 years ago.
What?
About 10 years ago, there was 2 ostriches that lived down the street from me.
Makes me wonder, can I get a llama? Alpaca?
But are those exotic? Because there's horses. There's horses, there's cows. Regular people can have horses and cows. Llama are kind of like sheep.
Really?
That's
Are they
alpaca.
indigenous to the North American
But I don't think that's considered
exotic?
exotic. You know, a husky isn't indigenous to Arizona, but
Bear?
yeah.
But I get what you say.
Yeah.
I get it. But I mean, llamas, alpacas, shit like that. They're not
They're gentle. They're
gentle.
gentle.
That's what I'm getting.
There
Right.
you go.
Not like a bear or a tiger or
Rip somebody's face
minks,
off.
bobcats.
Oh, although the ostriches can be bitches, I heard.
Yes.
I heard
Because
that.
they got them big old.
And that neck is ugly. That's an ugly ass neck. All right, Illinois, August 4th is gonna be Barack Obama Day.
I mean, that's going to be good for them.
Don't expect your day off, but it will be Barack Obama Day. You know, he's a president. He's well received. He should have something that's coming. Most likely, it's gonna be national eventually. Will he have to die first? I don't know. But
What date you say that was?
August 4th.
August 4th.
There ain't shit around there.
Yeah.
There's
Who's in
labor.
Illinois now? Nay? Nay. Hey.
Hey, go use it as a floating holiday. Floating holiday. I'm celebrating Barack Obama Day.
Yeah, TT, if you going back up there, put in your. Oh, she retired now, so no PTO.
No PTO. Floating holidays. Floating holidays.
There we go.
All right. Oh, all right. I couldn't read my handwriting for a minute. In Tennessee, barbers are able to make house calls now. They weren't able to before unless they can prove that the client was ill and wasn't able to make it to their facility. But now barbers can be like, oh, JoJo needs to get his hair cut. I'm going over there and do it.
Talking about expanding your business, that's an entrepreneurial job right there.
I'm surprised that was against the law though. It was like, what was stopping that though?
Tennessee.
But why?
Tennessee.
But why?
It's not like Mississippi.
Lord, I really feel it. All right, Oregon. Self-pumping gas
That is
now
huge
legal.
right now. Huge.
Now legal. I always thought that was the silliest thing, that you couldn't pump your own gas in Oregon. It's illegal. And now this only leaves New Jersey as the only state that pumping your own gas is illegal. All right, and the last one, Illinois, judges will decide sole and joint custody for pets in divorces. Just like children, judges are going to be the ones deciding that stuff now.
I agree. That's a good call.
So, you think it's a good call?
I do. Because, like, in our relationship, there's somebody that takes care of the dogs more than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that there's a different type of love, but hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Hey, we're going to need to work this out.
Alright.
So the pets should be not like a goldfish, not
Right.
but hey, how long has the animal been in the house? It needs to be negotiated.
Yeah, I guess. I just don't. Some people take their pets a little bit too serious than I would, or I do. So whatever on that one for me.
I take that very seriously.
I say what in the fucks ever. Whatever. All right, last story of the day, and I usually don't try to put stuff about the commander-in-chief, if that's what the fuck you want to call him. But once again, he's just being a fucking dumbass, as usual. Where's my little clicker? And I want to put this fucking tweet up where he's just... We'll just talk about it. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un just stated that the nuclear button is on his desk at all times. Will someone from his depleted and food-starved regime please inform him that I too have a nuclear button, but it is a much bigger and more powerful one than his, and my button works. Was that needed? Are you trying to start shit with a fucking foreign company for no fucking reason? Why? Why? And seriously, does the size of a button that does destruction matter? Because I think that was a stupid statement.
Apparently it does. Because have you seen the picture of him holding like Korea button size, and then on the other side it's got his button? Yeah, there's a picture.
And it's not a cartoon?
Yeah. I'm gonna pull it up.
Nah.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up for you.
All right, I seen when I
You're gonna be like,
this
I've
shit.
seen it all.
And when I pulled up this article, I seen internet things, people clapping back on Donald Trump, and then like those sketches, the political sketches and shit, where it just makes fun of the whole thing. I've never seen actual footage of the size of people's buttons, which it fucking matter. Why the fuck the size of the button matter? It ain't your dick. It ain't your dick. But that's what you're trying to act like. This dude is just. He's wanting a war, and
apparently
he wants a war. He wants a war, and he's trying to talk shit.
Americans in harm's way.
Yeah, and it's fucking ridiculous. I do not support that shit whatsoever. All we need is love. All we need is love.
I can't find it.
All right, I can't find it. He can't find it. I can't find it because I ain't looking for the motherfucker. But that is my last story. We have come to almost the 1 hour mark. Once again, I did make a mad dub for you guys. I am proud of it. It feels good. I like doing that shit. It's fun. It is fun to do it. It makes me feel accomplished. I know it's just all fun and games and I ain't shit. A lot of people might think, oh, you think you bad, you think you better than everybody, you think you all this, you act all cocky or all this stuff. Honestly, I just do it because it's funny to me. You might not laugh, but I think it's funny. It's fun for me. It gives me it's something I like to do. You know, people have hobbies and shit, knitting, sewing, and fucking playing badminton, some shit like that. I like doing this shit.
Yeah, and it was good. And I'll give you a sneak peek. Him and Cardi B did it with the same artist. Go check it out. Y'all need to check it out. I'm just saying.
All right.
And he gonna finish up with that.
I will finish up with this. Like I said, look at that. This is kind of a hint of the video that you're gonna watch. Go watch it. But then again, I am just George I. Courtright. This is
Tony C.
And this has been a Mad Week. Thank you for showing up and watching. Have a good night.
Have a good year.
Have a good yeah. Where is my song? There we go.